Well, hey there, welcome to our Let's Grow annual challenge. Today we are working on our SOAP framework, the O in the SOAP framework, which helps us to come up with options, different ways to fill the gap between where we are and where we want to be, what we discussed yesterday. So I picked the relationship with my sisters, and actually yesterday I started going ahead on the process because I like to do that, and I started to brainstorm out options. I like to use a tool I call the 10-3-1 tool throughout the SOAP framework because it helps us cover a couple of steps. First, it helps us to brainstorm at least 10 possible ways to fill the gap. Why do we want 10? Because it gets us beyond that one or two that we usually get stuck on, which causes us to procrastinate and never make a decision or choice and take action to move forward. And it helps us to realize that there are actually infinite ways we can begin to fill that gap. We just have to take some action. But what gets us to take action is if we brainstorm some options, analyze and select one of those options and act immediately on it. And then we see if it worked or not, the progress. Are we making progress or not? So today our action item is to brainstorm 10 or more possible options to improve your relationship, to deal with the challenges that you're having in your most challenging relationship right now. And I picked my sisters as my relationship, and I started brainstorming different options, and I'll just share a couple to get you an idea. Some are, of course, totally far-fetched and ridiculous. Some are things that we might consider doing. And actually, I've already jumped ahead because we're planning a trip together. So, as I said, once you get the SOAP framework installed in your subconscious, it runs through all the steps almost instantly for you and filters out. It brainstorms the options in the background, picks one, and then gets you taking action on it immediately. That's what I love about this process. So we're breaking it down day by day by day so that you can install it and use it in your life. So what are some of the things that I could do to improve my relationship with my sisters? Well, we could have sister bonding time, which we do. We go out into lunches and meals and things. Sometimes we go shopping, sometimes, which, if you know me, I do not like shopping, but I go. We could have open family meetings. We could establish communication guidelines. Hey, this is how we talk to one another, which is probably a really good idea with us. We could assign shared responsibilities for the relationship. We have I'm not going to talk about family stuff, but we have the dynamics in our sisterhood have changed dramatically over the last couple of decades. Maybe because a couple of us have had, near-death experiences or life-threatening illnesses. All recovered. We're still all four here and going pretty strong. But that's one that we could probably re-examine our roles as sisters and how we could support and be kinder to one another sometimes, and not boss each other around. We're very strong, dominating, bossy girls, all of us. Individual check-ins, how often do we check in with each other? My youngest sister is the best about checking in with all of us. She does it almost every day. Seek meditation or counseling if necessary. Practice forgiveness and letting go. Can all do that in pretty much every relationship we've got. Create shared traditions and encourage individual growth and support. Again, another one I personally think we could all work on to help each other. And then celebrate each other's achievements. I think that's a great one. And I think we root for each other, but there's still a little sibling rivalry that is like long overdue to leave our relationship, in my humble opinion. All right, so what are we doing today? We are thinking about the relationship that we discussed and told the story about our current, what's going on right now, and what do we really, really want it to be? What do we really want our partnership to be like? What do we really, really want our sibling relationship to be like? Our parents, our child, etc. Just pick one. And now I picked my three sisters, so I guess that's a big one. But brainstorm, what could you possibly do? Maybe you could win the lottery and buy them a new house. Whatever it might be that you think, and again, doesn't have to be possible, just brainstorm 10 things. And then we're going to pick 3 of them today, and tomorrow we're going to analyze and look at those and figure out which one to take action on. So I'm going to pick my 3 right now. I'm going to say, celebrate each other's achievements, the communication, improve communication. Oh, establish communication guidelines. I better mark these. Establish communication guidelines. celebrate each other's achievements, accomplishments, whatever. And then where's shared experiences. Create shared traditions or experiences. I'm going to call that experiences. And like I said, we're already planning a trip together. So I guess I jumped ahead on that bandwagon. All right. Any questions, hit me up. Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page has a write-up. Doesn't have individual stories, but I used a partnership example in the question, and I used a sibling one in the question. So that actually helped me to brainstorm my list. Why? Because I like tools that make my life easier too. All right. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.